Hey guys, I think I've been listening to way too much Gary Vee and reading his book, and it reminded me of a specific story back in my corporate career. Uh, Basically, one day I got kind of promoted where I wasn't exactly a manager, but I wasn't exactly like staff anymore. And I was asked to start attending this meeting for all these managers. And when I first went in there, the first couple weeks, I never said a word. I just kind of sat there and listened, and people were kicking around ideas, and I just felt like I wasn't worthy of being in that room and having the ability to even give my 2 cents at that point. And I just kept my mouth shut. And then a couple weeks in, and I don't remember the specifics of the topic of conversation in this particular meeting, I just remember the reaction. And essentially what was going on was the team was talking about like a workflow or an idea or something that was going on within the organization. And I raised my hand very sheepishly and said, have you guys thought about X, Y, and Z? And it seemed super simplistic, and I was a little embarrassed to even raise my hand and say anything. And I remember like a snap. All of a sudden I looked around the room at the faces of these managers who I thought knew everything and had it all dialed in. And their faces one by one went from like annoyed that I would even ask a question to a light bulb going off like, yeah, we haven't thought about that. And it turned out to be something that saved the company, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was very, it just streamlined tasks. It helped the organization tremendously. But I was afraid in the beginning to voice my opinion because I didn't think it was worthy or that it wasn't going to actually be effective. And the moral of this story is that sometimes you have to ask that question that you might think is dumb or not, or has been hashed out 100 times over. And that may have been the case. Someone might have turned around and said, hey, Mike, you idiot, we tried that 10 years ago and it never worked, and blah, 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 blah. My biggest thing I always hate hearing from people ever in any job I ever had was, this is the way we've always done it. It's in the box thinking. It's your inability to see outside and come up with some sort of new solution that might work. And I apply that same methodology here in what I do with my publishing. Listen, there is a methodology that this company that I work with, that I'm affiliated with, has used for 18 years and been incredibly successful. I still use that methodology. However, I am always trying different things to see what might be the next secret sauce that helps make that even enhanced, even better. And always having that mindset of it's never enough, always having that mindset of I want to try the next new thing, always being able to raise my hand and question, is this something that could make this better? It's one of the things that has helped me to attain the success that I have so far. And hopefully it continues to get better, and I keep asking those questions. So if you're sitting in a meeting in your office and you're wondering, hey, this seems like a silly process, why don't we do it this way? Don't be afraid to ask. You never know how it could change your life and the lives of people around you.